And they just finished up with the national anthem. We're getting ready to get underway here, starting at the 120-pound weight class. I believe Sterling will have to forfeit this one.
And again, we're in the playoffs here tonight. The winner advances on to play Haddonfield, most likely in the big gym.
Yeah, that'll happen right after this. As here's Corson Hughes, the freshman, who will take the forfeit win for Lower Cape May. And now, Brandon Rebecca will take on Jasir Harris, the freshman. Believe Sterling won the advantage of being the home team earlier.
Yes, he did.
You can see here, Harris wants to be quick on his feet and try and use that quickness to catch Rebecca off guard, and Rebecca poked him in the eye, it seems. Harris taking a bit to gather himself. And he's ready, tries for that low single. And you can just see the quickness from Harris is so far good early, as there's around 1:35 left in this first period, no score. Rebecca tries him for a shot, that's denied. He goes in for another one. These guys are trying to go out quick, as now Harris gets in on a double and elevates nicely and gets the two. And now he's working, just trying to fight an armbar in, goes away from that. And looking for a cradle, and he gets it. Harris with the cradle on Rebecca. He might pin himself. Harris might pin himself. His shoulders were exposed to the mat there for a little while, and Harris ends up pinning Rebecca with 45 seconds flat in that first period, but there was a good shot that Brandon Rebecca could have got a defensive pin right there.
That was crazy. I didn't realize that until the coaches pointed it out.
Neither did I. He was clear as day. He was down on his back. As now we'll move to 132. A.J. Lamont, 4-16 on the year as the sophomore, against Kevin Stubbs, who's having a tremendous senior year, 24-2, 16 wins by pinfall. As you see the quickness from Stubbs here. And that's the thing we see in a lot of these lighter weights, is these guys try and be quick, whereas we get to the heavier weights, they try and outmuscle. As Stubbs gets in on a double, who takes him right to his back. Two's awarded to Stubbs. A good job by Lamont for fighting off that pin attempt. And out of bounds they go. Quick 2 points for Stubbs as 1:30 remains in this first period. 2-0 your score. 12-0 your team scored due to the forfeit, and then the pin in the 126 bout. Stubbs working to get those legs in, and now has a half that's peeled away by Lamont.
Tell you what, that Stubbs match at Paul 6 was amazing.
Yeah, he beat Isaiah Schaefer, who had been unbeaten throughout the year. I believe that puts him, Paul the 6th is in that district for Sterling. That puts him at the top of the district at the 132 bout.
Coach O'Donnell said that was one of the big reasons why he wanted to schedule Paul 6, so Stubbs could get a look at him.
And Stubbs gets a nice tilt. No backs being awarded yet. Now they are. He only got the one. No back points for Kevin Stubbs.
It's amazing how quick Stubbs is.
And now Lemon seems to be able to get something going here. So far, Stubbs is still in control. No points have been awarded, and they go out of bounds, but they get neutral, so Lemon gets one as there's 18 and a half seconds left in this first period. 2-1, Stubbs is in the lead. And the anklet came off on Stubbs. Had to put that back on. And Stubbs goes in for a single, elevates it, and gets the 2 at the end of the period. And now looking to just ride out Lemon for the rest of this period, and he does. At the end of 1, 4-2 is the official score, and should be 4-1 as they're working to change that now. Lamont was only awarded with an escape and not a reversal. Lower Cape May got the choice. Lamont picks defense, and they're still working out scoring issues here. Stubbs working that crab ride.
Sterling better get as many points as they can now, because once we hit 150, it's going to get crazy.
Yeah, from 150 to 215, Lower Cape May looks stacked just by the resumes that we got from Coach Bill Demina.
Yeah, there's a lot of 20-win wrestlers in that group. Some of them almost 30 wins.
Lamont tried to get a bit of a sit out. Nothing doing so far in this second period, as we have around 1:05 left to go. Still 4-1 Stubbs. Stubbs is looking to bar that arm.
This would be one of those matches Sterling would need to have a pin.
Yeah, absolutely, especially taking a look at the resumes of some of the guys from Lower Cape May. You got to be looking to get as many team points out of this match as possible.
Just can't quite get there.
Yeah, he's looking to try and turn him with what looks to be some sort of a tilt. Stubbs had the opportunity for a power half, unable to get anything to go. Is now 25 seconds in the second period, still the same score of 4-1. And AJ Lamont has been doing a great job of just not getting turned here in the second period, keeping this match at a 3-point advantage for Stubbs.
Yeah, he really has. It's his third period. Does Stubbs get the choice?
I believe so.
Think he'll choose up to try and switch it up?
Well, at the end of 2, 4-1, we'll see if Mr. K is right. He's not, as Stubbs is taking defense. I think the call here is you got to try and be able to get out, at least get your 1, as Stubbs is trying to do right here, or hit a switch and try and reverse him, as he does right there, gets the 2. And that's something that Kevin Stubbs is really his bread and butter. He does a nice job of hitting that standing switch.
So now it's a battle for Lower Cape May just not getting pinned, and Stubbs is trying to make the pin.
Yeah, if you're AJ Lamont here, you're probably not going to end up winning the match unless you hit a big throw. Got to be able to try and save team points. That's a big thing coaches preaches. Save the team points. Team score is what matters the most. The Stubbs starting to get backs. And he gets the 3 backs. So that. And he ends up pinning him. Kevin Stubbs gets the pin in that third period with 1:21 left to go. Makes it a 12-6 team score. Lower Cape May in the lead. But another win on the year for Kevin Stubbs. That is his 25th. And now moving right along to the 138 bout. Gabe Donahue against Trey Potts, the senior for Sterling.
It's nice that Trey was able to recover after that Paul 6 match.
Yeah, I'm not totally exactly sure what happened, but we had Chris Burdash on that match. What he seemed to say was on the roll through that Potts tried to hit, he banged his head. That might have been the reason they stopped that one, as they were athletic trainer Sean Clank was looking at what might have been concussion protocols, but it's good to see Trey Potts out here.
Yeah, absolutely. Sterling needs him.
And once we get into more of these middleweights, it's a mixture of the quickness and the speed that you'll see these guys out here.
And you're going to get all kinds of accolades from these guys, too, with what kind of tournaments they've won or placed in coming up. It's been a long time since I've seen a group of wrestlers that deep with that many wins.
Nice drag by there from Potts. Around 120 left to go here. 2-0 Potts. After the drag by, getting the 2. A pin here for Potts would be huge. Ties up the team score before getting into that.
The gauntlet.
The depth of Lower Cape May.
Now, usually you get 1 or 2 wrestlers that have 20 wins. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row with 20 plus.
Yeah, you said it all in a row. That's got to be tough for opposing teams, especially knowing that you have, it's not like 1 or 2 when they're spaced out. It's 6 and they're all together. Right smack dab in the middle here.
So you want to drop a weight? Go ahead.
As now Potts is trying to work a turn and they roll out of bounds. 37 seconds here in this first period. Potts still with the 2-0 lead. Lined up. Usually we see guys line up the other way, as that's a good roll through there by Donahue, but a nice job by Trey Potts to stay on top, and Potts gets 2 backs. 18 seconds left, 4-0 Potts over Donahue. Potts using that leg as he now just slipped it out, just looking to stay on top here. And he can't. Donahue gets the 1 at the end, and that'll end the first period. 4-1 Sterling. Choice is Sterling first. And he's tying his shoe. That we saw in the Stubbs match goes right into injury time. Stubbs had to give up a point. This time it'll be a stall and now running injury time. We saw that in the Stubbs match against Schaefer where he had to give up a point because his shoes weren't taped, and that's something I know Coach O'Donnell stresses a lot.
Coach O'Donnell with the question of the official here.
And he's talking it out, and from what I'm overhearing is they're hitting Donahue with the stall. It's 2 stalls before, that point is awarded. And Sterling has the choice for the second period. Potts will elect to take bottom. Donahue gets set. Second period's begun. Potts, good job of getting his hips away, hits it into a switch and gets 2 for a reversal. Now Potts with the 6-1 lead here in the second period.
He's got the wrist.
Yeah, he's looking to try and bar that arm up for a turn. And now he slips in his left arm there for the bar. And usually what has to happen here is he's got to walk it around the head of Donahue. Unless he wants to hit a tilt with that arm bar, which it looks like he's trying to do here with around 1:15. And Potts working on a pinning combination, and he lost it.
Potts all right? Potts all right?
I'm not sure what's going on here.
Something's up.
Something is up. He's not in his stance right now. He goes in for the shot.
Reach for his mouth somewhere.
Escape awarded to Donahue. Now it's 6-2. Potts still leading, and he gets in on a nice whistle shot right there. Got to be able to finish this one. Both wrestlers seem to be in a tough position here. But if I were a betting man, I'd go Donahue's in the better position. Potts got to be looking for a stalemate here.
Yeah, because he's got his face head down on the mat, taking all the weight of Donahue.
Nothing doing as the ref will call a stalemate. 23 seconds left to go, 6-2 Potts. Second period here in the 138 match for those just joining us.
Potts with his quickness, very good on his feet.
Donahue's trying to match that quickness though, as he tries to go in for a shot. Well defended by Trey Potts, but Donahue has the leg, and Potts has to either give up two or get put on his back. He's doing a nice job now of fending it off to the buzzer. Good shot defense for Trey Potts. It'll be Lower Cape May choice. And Donahue will go neutral. Down by 4, it's still doable, not really needing a throw. And caution for Donahue, 2 more. He's still got 2 to play with before that point is awarded to Potts. Third period action here in the 138 bout. Potts against Donahue. Donahue having a pretty good freshman season, 7-13 for Lower Cape May.
And again, you're wrestling this, a senior here in Potts, right?
Yeah, Potts 12-5, the senior. Had a phenomenal year out on the football field for Sterling. And gets the takedown right there.
Yeah, Trey had to fill in and become the quarterback for more than 3/4 of the season.
And now with 120, it's 8-2 Potts. For the team's sake, he's got to be looking for a pin, but any points will help, especially starting to get into that 150 to 215 range we keep talking about. Potts trying to catch. He caught Donahue mid-switch. And believe they're calling, they got a full Nelson on Potts, so that'll award Donahue a point. And a full Nelson is when you try and run that half from the one side, the other hand slips under and makes contact on the back of the neck. That is an illegal move. Could be dangerous, awards the other wrestler a point. And now Potts looking for a stack. Good job getting backs here. With 45 seconds to remain, he gets all 3 backs. He still has that arm bar, can be looking for a turn.
He can't figure out how to get him on his back. Just can't get it. Look for his coach for some help.
Well, what Potts has to do is get on that left side where he has that bar and walk towards the head, and that'll eventually turn Donahue. But he has the 3 back points.
You just see him looking at his coach, trying to get a hand movement as to what can I do here.
The 3 back points will push it to major decision, so that'll give it 4 points for Sterling as a team if the score stays the way it is, and it will as the third period comes to a close. The 3 backs will make it an 11-3 major decision for Trey Potts over Gabe Donahue, and that'll make it a 12-9 team score. But here comes, I guess you could say, murderer's row for Lower Cape May, as Nathan Stewart, the senior, he was the Gateway Tournament champion at 150. He was 4th at the Egg Harbor Township Christmas Tournament, and he'll go up against John Beasley, the freshman. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the 144 bout. This is Logan Haggerty.
Okay.
My apologies. Against John Beasley.
Logan is 8-13. He's a sophomore.
And he's quick out to get the 2 against Beasley. And now looking for that crossface cradle. You can see they're trying to run that crossface against Beasley to ball him up and lay him back. And he gets it. And Beasley trying to fight out of it and cannot. Tight cradle there from Haggerty. Winner by pinfall. That'll make it 18-9 for Lower Cape May.
That was impressive.
Yeah, good job of just getting right after it. And now here comes Nathan Stewart, 22-6 his senior year. He is the Gateway Tournament champion and 4th at the Egg Harbor Christmas Tournament. And Mr. K, they just have 20 win wrestlers just lined up after this. Nathan Stewart being the first one we see here tonight against Ivan Medina, who made weight at 150. So instead of wrestling the normal 157 for Medina, he made weight at 150. He'll go there.
And talking to the coach of Lower Cape May, he's in, I believe, the 3rd position. He felt like he easily could have been the #1 seed in Group 2, and you can believe it with this roster he has.
Medina tried to go for a headlock but wasn't able to get it, and now Stewart got his 2. Medina trying to work back up. Still a lot of time in this first period, around 120 left to go, 2-0, and they're hitting Stewart with the stall call. Early stall call here is he wasn't trying to bring Medina back down. And Ivan Medina gets out for the 1. 2-1 your score with about a minute left to go in this first period. And so far, Medina's done a nice job, hasn't really gotten down to the mat, and now gets in on a single leg. He's got to walk it around, post that right hand. He's got to pull in that leg and start to elevate it, and Medina just unable to, as Stewart has a very, very deep wizard in there. Stewart has done a fantastic job defending the shot from Medina, and Medina tries to sit Stewart down, now in a bad position. They're getting stalemate and blood time for Ivan Medina. 17.6 seconds left here in this first period. And Mr. K, we've seen Medina do a pretty good job here against a guy like Nathan Stewart and all he has to offer.
Very impressive. He's done a real nice job of hanging in there. And, you know, again, if you're just tuning in, checking this out, this is a playoff match. We are in the quarterfinals. The winner of this will go on to take Haddonfield on. They are wrestling right now in their bigger gym. Sterling is, what seed is Sterling coming in this? On
Sterling is the 6th seed. Haddonfield is wrestling Haddon Heights. The winner of these 2 matches will wrestle tonight in the bigger gym. And over at Collingswood, the 1 seed taking on Oakcrest, and then the 4 and 5 seeds, West Deptford, Middle Township, are wrestling at Collingswood. The winner of those 2 matches will face off, and then we'll have the final round. So whoever comes out on top here and whoever comes out on top at Collingswood will wrestle on Wednesday. And Sean Clank patching up Ivan Medina. Medina, the senior, 8-15 on the year. And there's still blood on the mat, so job's not done here for Sean Clank.
It's nice that he took his time to come up here and do this. I want to thank the wrestling team. They came up a little short. Braden Sheehan set a school record in the breaststroke, 104.44. He beat Max Clank's record. Uh-oh. So a great effort by the swim team today out at Riverwinds in West Deptford.
Yeah, they had their playoffs today. Medina's got to fight off here. A takedown attempt, and he does. Saved by the buzzer. As 2-1, Stewart leads. And Sterling's choice second period, Medina will go on defense. When you get a guy like Nathan Stewart with 22 wins, I'm sure he's phenomenal in all facets of wrestling, top, bottom, and neutral. Really no way you can get away from it, as he's a prime opportunity for a cradle, and he's looking for it. Medina's got to use mat awareness here and knows where he is. And they work out of bounds.
Good job by Medina. That looked like he could have been in trouble. Good job to get out of that.
Medina doing a good job of knowing his surroundings out here on the mat. And Medina sits out, tries to turn in, nothing doing here. And Stewart's working the bundle here on Medina. And Medina turns, and he's been caught. And it's going to be tough to get out of this one. And Stewart gets the pin. Win number 23 from Nathan Stewart.
Again, very technically sound.
Yeah, absolutely. Did a good job. And when Medina sort of let up and didn't have one move right after the other, that gave Stewart all the time he needed as Max Lopez comes out here at 157. And Jaden Faro, the senior, 21-6, gets an early takedown. Faro, second at the Gateway Tournament, second at the Egg Harbor Township Christmas Tournament, third in districts in 2020, and he was a region qualifier that year.
And we've talked about what a great story Max has been. Came in here, really worked on his weight, and is becoming a better wrestler as he goes. Also the head of our ROTC.
Yeah, one thing about Max Lopez is his work ethic is never in question.
Nope.
He always does a great job of working hard, always trying to get better. And it's 4-1 here with 1:15 as Faro looking to go to work. I think what Faro's trying to do here is he's trying to work on something. Knowing that he's going to face guys, he's probably going to win his district. He's probably going to states. He's got to work on a few things, and now he seems to have figured it out. Puts Lopez on his back.
Max is hanging.
Lopez is fighting.
Wow.
But still a lot of time here.
30 seconds.
And Lopez still trying to fight to keep that shoulder off the mat, but he can't. And Jaden Faro gets the win, makes it a 30-9 team score after the pin. And Anthony Kogulski coming out for the Knights, 11-13 his freshman year, and Brock Zurowski, 27-2 as a junior. Zurowski was 7th at the Beast of the East in 2021, first in his weight class at the Egg Harbor Christmas Tournament, 8th at the Super 32 qualifier, district champion in 2020, 3rd in the region for 2020 and 2021. He's a 2-time state qualifier, and he just showed you why right there. Came out. And they thought he pinned him, but the ref waved it off on a...
I like it. Kogulski's got a little edge to him tonight.
Well, knowing Kogulski personally, he doesn't want to be tossed around. I think no wrestler ever wants to be tossed around, especially by another wrestler. But you're just seeing Zurowski just have his way with Anthony Kogulski as he pins him right there. And Kogulski, you see that, Mr. K? Gave him a little shove right there at the end.
I'll tell you what, that is a talented wrestler in Zurowski, and Kogulski has nothing to be ashamed of. Wow.
Obviously, reason to be frustrated. I know him as a competitor.
Wow.
Eric Shipley coming out 11-5 as a senior. Braden Castillo, the senior for Lower Cape May, 26-4, 7th at the Beast of the East in 2021, 3rd at the Egg Harbor Township Christmas Tournament, district champion in 2020, 2nd in Region 8 in 2020. And Eric Shipley, the one thing about Eric Shipley is he's tough to turn. As Eric Shipley, he might have caught Castillo, but Castillo works back up to his feet. And they work their way out of bounds, staying neutral. 129 here. No score in this match, 36-9 the team score. And we can hear Coach O'Donnell yelling for Eric Shipley to not be in the tie-up. With the skill that Castillo has and the strength that he has, he can easily control a tie, as you just saw right there. Snapped Shipley down. Ooh. And now working on a takedown right into a cradle. He's working right into that cradle, but Shipley doing a nice job of trying to fight it. And Castillo gets the 2 and now tries to roll Shipley, who uses his flexibility to get off his back quickly. 50 seconds left in this first period. And now Castillo thinking about a bow and arrow as Shipley builds back up to his base. Shipley trying to sit out. Had a chance for maybe a sit out or a Peterson. And Shipley got Castillo in the eye, and now Sean Klink coming out to take a look at Braden Castillo. But Mr. K, the accolades speak for themselves. I mean, 7th at the Beast of the East in 2021, 3rd at Egg Harbor Township Christmas Tournament. He was a district champion in 2020, 2nd in Region 8 in 2020. That's extremely impressive.
It's amazing. As we mentioned, they've got like 6 guys in a row that have numbers like that. It's unreal.
And the injury time is over. Shipley.
I'll tell you what, Shipley is really putting a battle in here.
Eric Shipley on bottom is one of the hardest guys you'll ever see to pin because of how flexible he is and can get off his back.
I've been impressed the way he's been able to roll out of things. Going into a move, the other wrestler, he rolls right through it.
As now Castillo bars the arm up and is looking to turn Shipley, and does. But Shipley gets out of it, and no 2 is awarded, but they'll award Shipley with neutral. And this is the kind of thing I've been talking about with Eric Shipley, is he is so flexible of getting off of his back. I think it comes down to neck strength and the ability to bridge off of his back, as now Shipley gets in but can't get a takedown.
Tell you what, you can feel the momentum has switched in this match in that last 10 seconds.
Yeah, right now it's a 2-1 team score. It should be 2-1. Should be 2-1, and the official score, that's the second time tonight that they're wrong. And official Guy Morello does award Shipley his 1 point.
It's tough because, again, you have young people keeping score, trying to keep up. It's not easy. It's not easy.
With all the twists and turns that have been happening in this match, I don't blame our official scorekeepers.
It is not easy at all. Now they've reset the clock here. It's behind us. They're saying, hold on a second.
And they're still trying to figure it out.
Again, we're coming to you from Haddonfield High School. The winner of this will go to the big gym to take on most likely Haddonfield in the bigger gym. We're in the smaller gym right now.
Team score is fixed. Second period underway. Castillo on bottom, Shipley on top. And Shipley looking for a cradle. It was there for a second, but not enough. And now Castillo trying to work out. Shipley looking for a power half. And now Shipley listening for guidance from Coach O'Donnell, as Castillo is just unable to get up. He can't even build a base, Mr. K.
Yeah, it's nice. I've seen him using all his body weight on top.
And now Shipley looking to bar that arm, and he does. And see, this is...
Whoa.
Wow. Wow. That was
impressive.
That was extremely impressive. I don't know that I've ever seen that before.
Almost came out with a pin out of it, too.
Yeah, as it is, team score, match score is now 2-2. Shipley is just trying to hold on for dear life, and he gets the stalemate. And you can see him, his arm is hurting, and Castillo looks to be tired as he's slow to get up. Not really sure what's going on there. Oh, he's throwing up.
Okay. So we're going to have to clean the mat.
And I believe, when you get a guy like Braden Castillo, he's 26-4. He's an extremely talented guy. Those guys don't really go into the deep matches, third periods, overtimes.
Yeah.
You get a guy like him, he's used to being done by the end of the first period. He doesn't have those 6-minute matches, whereas guys like Eric Shipley, who have to go the 6 minutes, have to go into the overtimes, have the better conditioning. It's only the second period. It's not like we're deep into this match.
No, we're not.
So I think that just goes to show you that Castillo has had a lot of quick pins in the first period.
And again, we're not showing it right now, but he's been over a bucket this whole time besides what went on the mat.
Thankfully, we're not showing it. I don't know that.
Nah, we don't need to see that. That's okay.
I don't know that you want to see that.
No. Give Mr. Klink award. He's out there cleaning it up.
If Sean Klink didn't have your respect before, he should absolutely have it now.
No doubt.
And if you're Eric Shipley, you got to be thinking you got Castillo on the ropes. He's heaving into a bucket.
Yeah.
May not even be able to continue depending on if you think he can finish the match or not.
He's been bent over the bucket. It's about a 4-foot high, 3-foot high trash can. Now he takes a drink and stands up.
This would be.
Are we gonna? Yeah, we're gonna. Hopefully, we'll clean the mat a little better here. The ref's ready. Mr. Klink is not ready.
Castillo seems ready, but it seems as though he's on the ropes right now. But I don't think you can ever count a guy of his caliber out of a match.
No way.
We saw it with the armbar. Shipley was running the armbar almost to perfection until Castillo used his strength and just flipped over. Shipley is now the lower Cape May fans here.
I think Mr. Klink's getting some cheers too. All right, they're bringing in some paper towels in now too. Yeah, I know I wouldn't want to roll around. Again, we're in a playoff match right now.
Yeah, for those just joining us, Sterling taking on Lower Cape May. Team score 36-9 Lower Cape May. The winner of this match will probably take on Haddonfield.
Most likely.
In their big gym. And then at Collingswood, you got Collingswood taking on Oakcrest and West Deptford taking on Middle Township, as those are all the 8 seeds for this Group 2 team playoff. Yeah, semifinals are also happening tonight to try and, I guess, limit the travel here.
That's got to help Lower Cape May, considering they're literally at the tip of Cape May, so it's a good hour and a half to get here. All right, looks like we're back for action here, Jake.
Castillo on top here, and now Castillo has a power half in, but Shipley needs to get his leg free, and he might be able to get out of it. And he gets the leg free, and now he circles. Was almost able to get out of it. Castillo now looking for that bow and arrow, and he pops the arm. Now just has to run the half to get it, but a good job by Shipley clamping down. 15 seconds Shipley has to survive. Shipley sits out. And 7 seconds remain. 3-2, and they roll out of bounds with 4.4 seconds left on the clock. Shipley's still down. Castillo is still slow to get up. My goodness, he is gassed. He's about to puke again. He's looking for the bucket, and the Lower Cape May coach is showing no sympathy. And this has got to be a stall as they hit Castillo with a caution. He's just sitting there. This has to be some sort of stalling at some point. And good job by Shipley to get off his back. And 3-2.
You would think Shipley has more in the tank here, but this is a crazy one. 3-2, Shipley trails it. This would be a steal if Sterling could somehow get this with Shipley.
And Shipley's going on defense. He's got to be looking, and you can hear everyone looking for a stall. Another caution is awarded, or sorry, put against Castillo. That's his second. One more. Shipley gets a free point. And the official missed. Castillo was not set up right. And Shipley is in a tough position here as he's looking to get out. Shipley has it, and he gets the two. Eric Shipley leads this one against Braden Castillo, and Castillo looks to be down for the count. My goodness, he's gassed. 1:30 left to go. Shipley, all he has to do is run this half. Castillo still clamping down on the arm. And when is Guy Mattarello going to call a stall? He finally does. And now Shipley looking for that cradle, and he sits him back. Eric Shipley has Guy Castillo on his back, could pin him right here. He's got to get his head in the side, knee in the side. He's got to get that head in the temple, and he does.
Still got 56 seconds.
He's got plenty of time to work with. He's got to lock it up, and it's only a matter of time, and there it is. Eric Shipley beats Braden Castillo, had all the accolades, but it didn't matter as Shipley, quite frankly, had more in the tank. And unfortunately, Braden Castillo let some of it out midway through the match.
Yeah, I mean, Castillo obviously something wrong, and taking advantage of it. Really well done.
A huge upset there, as now Kenny McCarter will come out against Brody Saltzman. McCardle 9-15 on the year. Saltzman 24-3. We just saw records don't matter in that last match.
You're right, it didn't.
Saltzman goes in for a shot, but they work out of bounds. Saltzman won the Gateway tournament, and he was fourth at the Egg Harbor Christmas tournament. He's a senior. McCardle's a freshman. McCardle's wrestling up a lot here. I believe 1 or 2 weight classes. They have him down at as a 175 pounder. He's wrestling up 190. That's a lot of weight to give up. And there's Saltzman. Runs that armbar right out of a takedown. And he gets the pin. And is now 42-15 for Lower Cape May. Is now Nico Jolene Marcus Hebron, 24-4, has almost every accolade in the book. Round of the 12 at Beast of the East, second at the Egg Harbor Christmas Tournament. District champion in 2020, second in the region in 2020, third in the region last year as a 2-time state qualifier. Nico Jolene last year, his freshman year, was out almost all year with injuries. This year he's back and getting into the varsity lineup here tonight in this playoff match. Nico.
Whoa.
That was a nice shot of taking what it was given there, and they work out of bounds. Jolene lives to fight another day. No backs are awarded to Hebron, only 2-0. And Jolene's got to get his leg free. Hebron in a great position right now, looking for a power half. And now he's trying to hit. Now he's trying to work that claw in there to turn Jolene. Jolene's still parallel to the mat. No backs being awarded yet, and that. Jolene putting up a great fight here.
Still got 40 seconds to kill in this first period.
Yeah, definitely plenty of time, but Jolene. And now it looks as though Hebron has the bundle. And that'll seal it. as win number 25 for Marcus Hebron, the senior. And now Corey Achuff, 12-12 on the year for the 12th grade senior. Jasir Richardson, 21-4.
Team score wise, it's 48-15 now, Lower Cape May.
Richardson having a good senior year so far.
Well, if you're Sterling, you can say, all right, you went through the gauntlet.
Yeah, they've been through, I guess, murderer's row, as I would call it.
And they got one pin out of it, which was not expected.
Goes to show that those guys are human, believe it or not.
Yeah, again, may have sickness, who knows? That's just part of it. But a great win for Sterling in that individual match.
I personally think that Castillo was just out of gas in that match. He looked like he was not well conditioned at all.
And again, you raise a good point. If you're pinning in the first period, the longer you go, it's uncharted territory. Again, that's speculation on our part.
Yeah, I'm just taking a wild guess.
Yeah. Well, you've wrestled. Your guess is as good as anybody's here.
Less than a minute. And still in a bit of a feeling out process. The heavyweights are still looking at, they're trying to control that tie up. And whoever can control the tie is then going to go and try and work in their offensive game plan, as Richardson now is controlling the tie. And he's looking for the headlock, and he gets it. Richardson gets awarded the 2 for the takedown, and a nice job of getting that headlock.
15 seconds.
He's got to get Achuff flat on his back. And now 3 seconds left to go. Pin's got to happen quick. Not going to happen in this first period. But he'll get the 3 backs, making it 5-0 after 1 for Richardson. And we saw right there, he was able to control the tie and did a nice job of then just working in that headlock. Richardson will start the second period on defense. Corey Achuff on offense. And Richardson gets right out quick. 6-0. 6-0. This second period here at Haddonfield for this South Jersey Group 2 playoff match. Team score right now is 48-15 for Lower Cape May, and it seems as though, from what I'm overhearing, they want Jasir Richardson to try and work that double leg takedown. We saw him hit the headlock. We know that he can control the tie and outmuscle some of the guys at this 285 class. But believe it or not, Mr. K, there are going to be people bigger than him if he runs into people at districts, regions.
He's a big dude, too. Solid.
So in those matches, you got to be quick. You got to work on your takedowns, and I think that's the point that Coach O'Donnell and the rest of the coaching staff are trying to make here. Had a bit of an opportunity there, but didn't take the shot.
Almost at the 30-second mark.
Richardson has control of the tie right now. Achuff gets out of it. We keep hearing cries from the coaching staff for Richardson to shoot. Now 5 seconds left to go in this second period. The score will stay right where it is. It's 6-0. And choice was Lower Cape May for the third period. They're going to put Corey Achuff down on defense. And No first move in sight for Huff as mistake there for Jasir Richardson. Gives up the locked hands point and the escape, now making it 6-2. Richardson still trying to work this tie here. We see this with a lot of heavyweight matches, guys trying to control the tie, use their strength in their frame to work things like duck unders, drag bys, headlocks, trips. Not a lot of shooting, not a lot of quickness from these guys. Minute left to go here, 8-2. Your score.
If there's such a thing as not a lot going on, this is the match. Hopefully get it rolling soon.
Not a lot of time to do it, but for Richardson, sitting on a 6-point lead, and if he were to get a score, he would push it. He were to get a takedown, and push it to a major decision, which would help the team points greatly. And that's the thing you got to consider. It's third period, you're winning the match, but the more team points you can accumulate, the more and more your coach is going to want to throw you out there in the starting lineup. The more that, you know, if you're even looking to wrestle in college coaches are going to like that you're trying to work and look out for the team, along with you have the skill set to be successful.
Fortunately, I think he's going to run out of time now.
5 seconds remain, and the score seems to stay right where it is. And it does. 8-2 decision for Jasir Richardson. And now we're moving on to the 106 bout as Sean Ahmad, the junior, will come out against Eric Combs, the freshman.
Sterling down 30 right now. And we started at 130, you said?
We started at 120.
120, 1-2. So we got 2 matches left. So this is a lower Cape May match.
Yeah, down by 30. I don't think there's any way unless...
No magic. Even I can figure that math out.
Lamont gets in on a nice single leg, but a good job and great shot defense there from Combs. Now he's running the armbar. And he gets the stack, but Ahmad does a good job trying to get out of that now. Is trying to get a bit of a reversal here. Close to the edge of the mat are the two wrestlers. Ahmad's got a drive, and he does, gets the reversal. Ties the match at 2 with just under a minute to go in the first period. As now Ahmad breaks him down flat. Combs has to try and work to get up, but with Ahmad on that left arm, it's going to be tough to try and build a base. Gets it done, and they work their way out of bounds.
One of the few wrestling mat areas where there's a wall about 6 feet off the ring behind the referee there, the circle. So that's why you got to be a little careful.
You're moving too fast. You're going flying right into the crowd. Combs tries to hit a switch, but Ahmad does a nice job. And now he's applying that forward pressure. Works Combs flat to his base. 15 seconds left here. 2-2 your score. And that'll end the first period. 2-2 your score. Lower Cape May gets choice. They're going to defer. over to Sterling. Sterling picks defense. And now Combs gets set. Combs does a nice job off the whistle and attacking. Here we are. Combs locks up the cradle, and Lamont is stacked. Had a chance if he can get his head out. But a good job by Combs of repositioning himself and re-cradling Ahmad. Don't know if that's the proper term there, but
makes sense.
If Ahmad can just get his head up, Combs is in a horrible spot. Can't get the head up, but if he can get his hips away here, he can at least get one. That should have been one in my eyes, but I'm not the one wearing the pinstripes. And now Ahmad is flipped, and Combs is looking to put this one away, and he does. Eric Combs, the freshman, winning this one by pinfall over Sean Ahmad, and Lower Cape May is ecstatic for this one.
That was a big-time move there. That was impressive.
Absolutely, and now last match of the day, Connor Barikian, the freshman. He was second at the Gateway Tournament and fifth at Egg Harbor Township Christmas Tournament versus Jair Sally, 6-3 on the year as a freshman. As now the team score 54-18. Still in that feeling out process now. Sally likes to tie a lot, but I don't think that in a lot of these lower weight matches you'll see ties. You'll see guys try and level change as Barikian just did there. Sally looking to get his hips away, and now with his hip down to the mat, he's not in a good spot, but could have potentially gotten something going there. Nice job by Barikian to come up and get the two. Sally with a good job of staying in bounds to work in and rushes forward for not the best of shots there. Lucky he wasn't put back down on the mat again. 2-1 with 50 seconds here in this first period, 113 bout.
Again, we will actually have, even though this is a playoff match, in most sports you're done, not only will you have the individual things coming up, districts, regionals, things, but we have another match coming up Wednesday. Deptford will be in the gym. So we'll have that match for you here on Channel 19.
And they work their way out of bounds as they'll stay neutral with 25 seconds here in this first period. Sally looking to set up a shot. And he gets in on that single leg, but a good sprawl from Barikian. Sally doing a nice job of trying to get behind. And he's got to get his head free and bring Barikian down to the mat, but can't as the buzzer sounds at the end of the first period. Sterling choice, they'll defer. And Barikian chooses defense. Sally gets set. Second period underway. Good job of Sally controlling that ankle. Now he's trying to break Barikian down flat, and he tries to roll through and gets caught in a tough spot, as that will make it. And now Barikian goes to the bundle. He has to keep going around is what the coaching staff, Bill Demina and his guys over at Lower Cape May, are trying to get Barikian to do. It's a 4-1 match. Sally trailing in this one. And now he gets the bundle to go. And Connor Barikian got to be able to finish. Good fight here from Sally as he's trying to get it up, but can't get it to go. Nice job by Barikian getting the bundle, and that will be all she wrote for this match. Final team score 60-18. Lower Cape May takes the victory, and they will be moving on, probably taking on Haddonfield here in this 2022 NJSIA Wrestling Team Tournament for South Jersey Group 2.
It was cool for us to be here. I want to thank the Haddonfield athletic staff for letting us come over and do this. Congratulations to Lower Cape May. As you mentioned, they'll move on. We had a pretty good couple of matches here, though, for us tonight individually. And don't forget, we'll be back Wednesday night in our gym. We have Deptford coming out. We'll have another Channel 19 broadcast.
As always, thank you for tuning in. Mr. K for doing the camera work and being on the broadcast here with me. I'm Jake Clark. We will have girls basketball, I believe, tomorrow at 5:30 at home against Haddon Township. Yep. So we'll hope to see you then. And then Wednesday, wrestling against Deptford. Hopefully you can tune in for both of those. Thanks for tuning in here tonight. Congrats to Lower Cape May. As always, go Knights.